请。
我的照片特别老，我看起来特别老头。上午好。我感觉我的中文不太好，所以今天我会说英文，不好意思。I would like to thank TravelDaily for inviting me to speak with you all at this exciting conference. I am delighted to be here today and share a story about innovation, sustainability, luxury, lifestyle, and growth. All themes that are intrinsically Chinese, intrinsically French, and intrinsically in Accor's DNA. As hoteliers, these are the themes that will drive business and shape the future of Chinese hospitality. Prior to the pandemic, tourism was the second fastest growing industry, just behind manufacturing, and accounted for 1 in 4 of all new jobs created around the world and 10.4% of global GDP, with international visitors spending $1.7 trillion in 2019. Global tourism suffered one of its worst years in 2020, with international arrivals down 74%, according to the WTO survey, with 1 billion fewer international arrivals in 2019. Europe and the US are now largely open up to tourism, but Asia, this part of the world, will likely be the last region to ease restrictions. However, an estimated 54 million tourists crossed international borders in July 2021, down 67% from July 2019, but still the strongest result since April 2020. So we are seeing a moderate rebound for most destinations around the world, and 2022 will continue to be a difficult year, especially when it comes to international tourism. But at the same time, domestic tourism is growing well across most countries, with China being the best example. We have to remember that this pause in travel is not caused by a lack of demand, but rather by a lack of supply due to the caution and concern for public safety. The desire and passion to travel is heightened and will continue to grow in the future. And I have no doubt that China will continue to lead the way once restrictions ease for international travel. As we've seen with previous health crises, travel recovered domestically first, then regionally, and eventually globally. This recovery is following the same pattern. The longer people have restricted travel, the higher demand will grow as pent-up demand for travel increases. It's interesting that France has historically been the #1 tourism destination in the world. But notice, I said historically, because that is set to change. By 2030, China is set to become the world's #1 tourism destination in terms of number of trips. This shows us the world's axis has changed, and especially towards China. In the future, we will lead the world. Everyone in this room knows that China has the biggest success story and driver of tourism over the past 5 years. Its growth over the past decade to become the powerhouse of the world and has nothing short have been extraordinary. China's emergence has redrawn the lines of global tourism. China is the only major economy to expand last year, posting a GDP growth of 2.3%. The US had the worst infections and deaths in the world, while China's strict shutdown resulted in positive economic and health outcomes. In fact, China's containment of the virus set a new benchmark around the world. At Accor, we recognized the power of China early on. Having entered the country in the early 1990s, we quickly realized that China is a country with enormous potential and an incredible ability to grow, to learn, and to develop. Since we arrived in China, the country has transformed into the world's second largest economy at almost breakneck speed. Over that period, we have witnessed and become part of China's tourism miracle, which saw China become the #1 source market for most tourism destinations around the world. In fact, for many companies, this is an important factor, whether you are a multinational from outside of China or in a multinational from inside of China. If you truly want to be successful in global tourism, you must be successful in China. China's exceptional growth has been led by several factors: the rise of the middle class, the growth of Gen Z, and female empowerment. And I want to stress that at third point again, female empowerment. Having moved to China nearly 20 years ago and having traveled far and wide, I can honestly say that no other country offers as much in terms of culture, history, natural wonders, food, diversity of attractions, and a unique blend of antiquity and modernity. The world's oldest continuous civilization holds enormous appeal for both domestic and international visitors, and I have no doubt China will continue to soar. The road ahead may still have some bumps related to COVID, but on the whole, I believe that China's tourism industry is the most dynamic in the world, and I am so excited for what the future holds. So, trends in tourism. Sustainability first. Protecting the planet and its people are the primary driver of travel decisions. Number 2, back to future. Outdoor experiences, space is the new luxury. Nature-themed trips are set to grow by nearly 10% from 2019 to 2030. Third, technology needs to provide seamless planning and enable personalized experiences. Fourth, new and unexplored destinations, getting away from the masses, discovery, and many times rediscovery. Health and wellness, mental, physical, spiritual. The wellness industry is up nearly 10% growth. Rise of luxury and lifestyle hotels, catering to the growing wealth and millennial and Gen Z preferences. Seventh, domestic exploration. International travel could still be at lower levels for the near term, and so our domestic tourism is critical for continued growth. And finally, the rise of co-work spaces and flexible hotel models. The pandemic has given us all an opportunity to change the way we think about sustainability, communities, and the way we engage with the world. Extended pauses around the world gave us time to reflect on how our actions impact the environment, how we treat the most vulnerable in society, and how we can transform tourism for a better future. Tourism is an industry that can truly shape our societies. In fact, I believe that ESG issues have been heightened enormously as a result of the pandemic, and we know that governments, NGOs, our guests, employees of our companies are all asking for us to be more ambitious in these areas. And we also know that customers are willing to pay more for sustainable products and experiences. France has long been committed to protecting the environment and its people with environmental-friendly practices, and the Paris Agreement is one of the most important international treaties on climate change. I am so proud that as a French-born group, Accor takes its environmental sustainability and governance responsibility seriously. China and France share this commitment to environmental protections, and China is accelerating in this regard quicker than any other country. China is in a unique position in that it has willingness, the technology, the know-how, and the financial commitment to lead the world in change towards zero carbon. China is now investing significantly in the future technologies that will ensure the manufacturing sector is green and moving towards a more service-oriented economy, and Accor is dedicated to playing our role in that transformation here in China. At Accor, we pride ourselves in our commitment to the environment. We had an environmental policy since the 1970s and have always been a leader in sustainability. Accor is also the first hotel group to commit to a firm zero carbon policy by 2050. And we are the only hotel group chosen by the United Nations to be a founding partner of the UN He for She global movement, thanks to our strong commitment to gender equality. Through our Planet 21 program, we are focused on driving positive action through business ethics, responsible tourism, environmental sustainability, community engagement, diversity and inclusion, as well as healthy and sustainable food. We have planted over 9 million trees worldwide and are committed to improving educational and job opportunities for disadvantaged youth through Accor solidarity. In China, Accor led the world in developing a sustainable biodegradable replacement for single-use plastic amenities with the introduction of a solution made from renewable raw plant materials. This will save more than 16 million single-use bottles per year across our luxury and premium branded hotels here in Greater China, saving 16 million single-use plastic bottles. When it comes to the hotel development, there is no country in the world where more hotels have been built over the past 5 years than in China. China now sets the agenda for the rest of the world, and there are few sectors that is more visible than in the hotel sector. It has been astounding to see the pace of hotel development in China over the years, but more than just growing in terms of quantity, our focus in China has been growing in terms of quality, with a growing focus on long stay, luxury level, and are designed around blurring the lines between work and play. Hotels today must be more than just a stay. We aim to create a holistic lifestyle experience that our members and our guests in China will find meaningful and where we can become an integral part of their daily lives. When it comes to luxury, the French are no doubtably world leaders. Think Louis Vuitton, Hermès, Chanel, Cartier, Dom Perignon, and Dior, and so many more. French products have long been a symbol of quality and good taste in gastronomy, fashion, art, and design, and French companies account for about 25% of the world's luxury goods. Accor is proud to not only be the French major hotel player, but while French luxury never goes out of style, we are firmly rooted in China. Raffles is our most luxurious brand and a true pioneer in hospitality. Raffles' service is legendary, and it's a brand that resonates strongly with Chinese travelers because it offers an elegant and gracious home away from home where people arrive as guests, leave as friends, and return as family. And our most iconic Raffles around the world, the Raffles Hotel in Singapore, the Raffles Monceau, Raffles in Paris, Raffles Maldives, China provides the #1 source for guests. Here in China, Raffles Shenzhen and Raffles Hainan have taken luxury to new heights, drawing China's glamorous and affluent experiences to the ultimate in emotional luxury, sophistication, and refinement. They will be joined by the new Raffles at Galaxy Macau in 2022. In a world's first, Raffles at Galaxy Macau will turn its guest rooms into multi-use canvases with Samsung the Frame hospitality and destined to be the most luxurious all-suite destination in Macau. We will also soon announce new Raffles hotels and resorts and residences around China, and will set a new benchmark in terms of high-end luxury. We recently opened a flagship resort under Fairmont in Sanya. The Fairmont Peace Hotel, an iconic hotel here in Shanghai, consistently voted one of the best hotels in all of China. We have proven our ability to set a standard along China's most famous waterfront promenade, and now we have just announced a new iconic Sofitel on the North Bund in Shanghai. That spectacular White House building you have seen on the screen is going to fly the world's first Emblems Collection luxury brand flag in Guiyang. Accor has hundreds of new luxury and premium hotels in the pipeline and will further cement our position as one of the world's top two luxury hotel operators. In many countries, mid-scale and economy hotels are driving recovery. But here in China, the domestic recovery has very much been led by luxury and premium segments. Luxury and premium hotels outperformed in an average daily rate in 2021 by more than 5 to 15%, and occupancies have exceeded 2019, especially during key holiday time periods. Chinese Generation Z, or Gen Z, will continue to drive luxury growth as they have grown up with increasing wealth and spending abilities. Last year, the world's luxury market fell by 23%. But China is set, regardless, to become the world's largest luxury market by 2025. And in fact, Alibaba has said that 80% of its luxury pavilion users are 35 and younger, and the fastest growing segment is Gen Z. And while we're on the topic of Gen Z, we can't ignore the rise of lifestyle hotels driven by growing demands for hotels that satisfy Gen Z's needs for fun, creativity, and soul. And this is why Accor is doubling down on lifestyle, with the finalization of Ennismore, now the world's leading lifestyle operator. Currently, our lifestyle operations represent a smaller amount of our income, but represents over 25% of our future pipeline. The newly formed Ennismore consists of 14 brands. This represents 87 operating hotels with 141 in the pipeline, with over 150 restaurants and nightlife destinations, each known for its unique local style. Our philosophy with lifestyle brands is to create experiences that inspire discovery, sharing, connection, and immersion in local cultures. Lifestyle hotels also attract more local folks for food and beverage and are more flexible, making them perfect for the post-pandemic world. We have some of the most exciting new brands opening under our lifestyle brands across China, including the new Mondrian in Hong Kong, and we have several more brands in the pipeline, including So, Tribe, Rixos, just to name a few, that will open very soon in China. Lifestyle hotels are about shared values, bringing locals and visitors together, creating spaces that are flexible, design-led, and fun. That's what today's travel demands require. Loyalty. Loyalty is one of the biggest successes and drivers in travel over the past decade. In all, Accor Live Limitless lifestyle loyalty program is focused on rebooting the lifestyle and loyalty experience. Loyalty used to be about earning and burning points, but today it's about enriching the lives of our members by unlocking elite experiences and events that money can't buy. For example, in China, men and women alike love football. Accor Live Limitless brought the members of the Paris Saint-Germain football team to China, where members not only had the chance to watch match, play games, but also interact with them in some very exciting times with some very special heroes in football. By the way, PSG, biggest fan base is here in China. When it comes to loyalty, personalization is the new upgrade, and experiences are the new currency. Technology is key to unlocking the potential of loyalty programs, allowing guests to predict their behaviors, allowing you to predict your behavior, the behaviors of your guests, realize a bigger share of wallet through personalization. And we simply cannot provide the industry best lifestyle and loyalty program without partnerships, which brings me to my next slide. Partnerships are the foundation of our success, and nowhere is that more prominent than here in China. When we chose who to partner with, it's essential for us to partner with those that add value to both our partners' members and our own. It's about building something bigger, stronger, and more meaningful together. In each case, we also look at how we can learn from our partners and how our partners can learn from us. We have a bespoke approach to each partnership, and that's demonstrated tremendous success for our hotel owners and our members. Our long-standing cherished partnership with Trip.com is built upon providing seamless travel experiences and enriching the lives of members of both programs. In partnership with Trip.com, we recently rolled out an industry-first loyalty model where we provide the best benefits through a creative dual loyalty program that all members and Trip.com members can enjoy in mainland China. We are also driving innovation into our partnerships. Our strategic partnership with Alibaba and Fliggy integrates our extensive lifestyle network and their extensive ecosystem. With Fliggy's strong online consumer platform, we have been deepening our China-focused programs to improve customer and travel experiences. Accor now is at the center stage of Fliggy, achieving the highest sales of any travel-related company ever, with Fairmont Sanya's breaking record for Double 11. These programs provide visibility and traffic, and we could only achieve these through such a strong partnership. Accor is also investing heavily in technology here in China to become not just a passive participant in partnerships, but a disruptor and enabling a new digital innovation that will connect us to our members. So as we think about strategic approach for the future in China, anything you can imagine, you know that we can create here. This is why Accor is focused on building hotels, restaurants, bars, and experiences that meets the demand of our market here, and exploring these ideas and taking these ideas to other regions around the world. China today has a resource like no other country has, with hundreds of millions of people who have lived through unprecedented change and who's consequently been able to adopt and adapt to innovations, speed, scale, and that's unparalleled anywhere else in the world. The world has never seen social and economic expansion on the scale achieved by China. In recent years, China achieved an average GDP growth of 9.4%. China has established a long reputation as an innovator and disruptor, and has become an R&D hub for rapid commercialization of new ideas by global companies. China developed an economy where things change quickly and where people can fail fast and quickly move on. And that's why anyone who wants to succeed in China must be agile, flexible, responsible, and adapt to the specificities that our consumers demand. China is now the home to many of the fastest growing startups to reach 1 billion valuation globally. China's speed used to refer to the breakneck speed at which our economy expands today, but it's more about how our economy is being propelled by technology and innovation. I've already spoken about sustainability commitments and can only encourage everyone here to make sure that you and your company are doing your part to make a positive impact on the environment and the communities. Not only is it the right thing to do, it will soon be the only way to do business. So, what can you take from what I've shared with you today? Firstly, and especially for multinationals, you can't succeed in China without committing to China and being incredibly digitally focused and China forward. If you are not delivering a seamless digital experience that enriches your consumers' lives, inspires and entertains them, you will fail. Second, sustainability must be a priority now. Just look at today's news. Sustainability is the first headline. China has declared its intention to reach carbon neutral by 2060 and to fund a transformation in green technology innovations, and this trend is only going to grow here. Companies must go harder and faster on sustainability than ever before, and there's no place that needs that more than in this industry of tourism. Third, if you don't understand the trends of the industry, you can't ensure your business model is aligned to the changing consumer preferences. We know here that things move fast and faster than anywhere else. That means you need to be lifestyle hotels in particular. Accor's success in China has been built on the world-class portfolio of unrivaled brands that are tailored to guest needs. We are the second largest luxury hotel operator in the world and one of the leading lifestyle groups, and what sets us apart is, of course, our innate French DNA. We drive greatly towards gastronomy, design, and luxury in our unique hardest culture, which empowers our staff to deliver unbeatable guest experience. But we are not a French group. We are a global hotel company that is firmly rooted in each country we operate, and we operate in China and increasingly leading the world in hotel design and development. Local talent and technology in China are now setting a benchmark for our global strategy, and our Paris headquarters actually looks to China now for what's coming next. The trends we see in China will lead the rest of the world. We are seeing a rise in residential-style hotels, and hospitality experiences are now fluid, flexible. You need to be daring, you need to be creative, and constantly having your finger on the pulse of the industry. And finally, and this is something that will never change, you need to create a culture of service, of quality, because ultimately, even if you have all the technology and the tools in the world, unless you give your guests an incredible experience when they stay with you, fly with you, travel with you, you will ultimately fail. This is all about creating emotional connections. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. This is where our luxury and lifestyle hotels excel. I said it at the onset of this presentation that I would focus on innovation, sustainability, luxury, lifestyle growth, and I'm sure you can see that these themes are the key drivers that underpin the future tourism here in China. 谢谢大家. Thank you.